Hi, today we're going to be going over discussion 05 time slice. For this assignment, you're going to need a tripod, a camera, and some tape to mark your location. If you're going to be photographing, somewhere out in public and have to return several times and you want to know where you started your photograph. So once again, you're going to be photographing 5 different location or 5 different times in the same location and the same composition. Times of the day to come by to get a difference in the color temperature: midnight, midday, noon, afternoon, evening, night, dawn, or dusk. I recommend if you have a backyard, it's just a lot easier to do it in your house, in your backyard or your front yard, and just leave the tripod out there in your backyard. For extra credit, you can make a time slice in Photoshop or PhotoPea. You'll be submitting your 5 photographs, and your 6th one will be your extra credit, and then also respond to 2 student posts. So here are some inspiration of people doing different times of the day of their time slice, and you'll be doing 5 slices. So here are my photographs that we're going to be working with. Now, I tinted some of them just so you can see the difference. So as I'm going through here, we can look at the difference in color tones, and it'll be easier for you as we're going through this tutorial. Now, I don't expect you to have Photoshop, but PhotoPea is a program that's free on the internet, but there are some problems because it's free and it's connected to the internet. So I would save and save often. So the first thing I'm going to do is, select it and go File, Open. And I'm going to open up my image. So here we are. Open. And here's my first image. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it side by side so you guys can see. Here's my files, they're ready to go. And let me pull this up a little bit more. Now, it's a free program, so it's free. And then what I want to do is just click on my second image, which is my yellow, and just drag it in here. And then you can see that it's right there. Now, what I'm looking for are my layers. I believe this is it right there. It looks like sheets of paper. So now I have my first image and my yellow image, and they're just stacked on top of each other. So I'm going to grab my pinkish image and throw it in there. Then my green, and then my blue. So now I have 5 images stacked on top of each other, and I can't pull the layer out. Yeah, it's stuck there. So I'm going to turn off the blue, the green, the pink, the yellow, and then here's my original image. The next thing that I am going to do is go to Image, Image Size, and convert the image size to inches. If yours says pixel, percentage, or millimeters, we want inches. So the image is 20 by 80 and 13 by 87. Might be a little different for yours, depends on what kind of camera you have and what settings you have on your camera. So it's about 20 inches. It's almost 21, but it's kind of, I'm saying 20 inches. And so there's that. It's important to know what size your image is. Okay, and then I'm going to go to Edit. Excuse me. Let's see, where is it at? Edit Preferences. And under rulers, you're going to change that to inches. Now to bring up your rulers, you do Command R for rulers. So I'm going to press Command R and that the rulers are gone. To bring the rulers back, Command R. So now I'm going to start dividing my image into 5 different components. And I'm going to pull those out every 4 inches. So all I have to do is to hover onto the rulers and then pull out a blue line. I'm going to do it every 4 inches. And we know that the last slice is going to be off because it's mathematically, it's not quite more than 4 inches, but that's okay. Turn everything on and I'm going to activate my blue layer. So my goal is to have the blue layer, the blue component here on the end slice. So what I do on my right side is I click the rectangle selection tool, quick key M, and I'm going to go over here, select it, and I'm going to keep the last slice, this slice right here. And I'm going to delete everything else. So then I select it with the marquee tool and I press delete. But you can see did you see that? It was really fast. Smart object must be rasterized first. So I need to rasterize our images. And you can see that it's not rasterized by the square inside the lower right corner. So it's really easy to do. You just select on the image that you want to rasterize, right click, go down and click rasterize. Now you can see the little square within a square in the lower right corner is gone. And I'm going to do that to all the other images. Do that to the green image, to the pink image, and to the yellow. So now all of my images are rasterized. My images are selected and I'm going to press delete. But why didn't it work? Oh, wow. Look, see the yellow image got deleted down there because I didn't have it selected. I wanted to get the blue to cut, not the yellow. So I'm going to press Command Z to undo, or image, see, edit, undo right there. But I did it with my quick keys. Select the blue or the top image. I have to select where I want to cut. And I press delete. Now we can see the green coming through. Now I'm going to select the green image. And I can click over here to deselect, or I can press Command D to deselect. And now I'm going to have the green one, all the other first 3 quadrants disappear, and I press delete. Now I'm going to get rid of my first 2 pink quadrants. So I select the pink layer, Command D to deselect, and press delete. Let's click onto the yellow, activate the yellow layer, Command D to deselect. And press delete. So now you can see here I have 5 different quadrants, 5 different images at different times of the day. So now I'm ready to save it. So I go File, Export as, JPEG. And I'm going to save it as a JPEG. You want your quality 100%. And I'm going to go ahead and rename this. So this is 06. This is the one that you're going to be turning in. And it's going to be your last name. So my last name underscore your first name. And I press save. And then it's asking me, where is it going to go? So I keep all my assignments in a certain folder. I have my JPEG images that were converted from my RAW, but you can photograph directly in JPEG if you want, but it's best to have your RAW images if you need to go back and have a larger file size. I go to submission, and this is what I'm going to submit up to Canvas, and then I press save. All right, so I look forward to see what you guys come up with. Obviously, you don't have to have, I tinted these images to make it easier for the demonstration. Yours is obviously going to be not as sharp contrast as these images. So I look forward to seeing what you come up with.